Ladies and gentlemen, the front gates are being closed and no one is being admitted. If you have friends or family coming to meet you at the Miami Vice show, you must go to the gates and greet them. We also remind you before we can start today's performance, everyone must be seated in a designated seat. There can be no sitting or standing in any aisleway or walkway. Everyone must be seated before we can start. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Thank you, guys. Reset for me, if you would. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Miami Vice Action Spectacular. My name is Al Mikashon. I'm going to be your director today as we go behind the scenes to show you stunts and special effects that we film for hit shows like Miami Vice. And we have a lot of stunts left to show you this afternoon. But before we get started again, keep in mind that when we make a movie, we shoot it one scene at a time. Now, we don't shoot a motion picture as one continuous story like you see on your television sets. We move around to a lot of different locations. Well, as you can see by our exotic set today, we've taken our casting crew to a small island off the coast of Florida where our heroes, Crockett and Tubbs, are following up a hot tip that leads them right here to the hideout of a Caribbean crime boss and his sleazy band of smugglers. Sleazy, ugly band of smugglers. Hey! All right, you're gonna get the dry cleaning bill for this. All right, park that boat now. As you can probably guess, this whole place is a powder keg just waiting to go off. So, as we begin the next scene now, keep those cameras focused on that shed over there. It's booby-trapped with explosives, and it's ready to go off as soon as somebody opens that door. Let's check to make sure everybody's ready now. Gentlemen, are you in your places, please? All right, looks like everybody's ready, so we can start shooting. Now, whoa! Ay, what's going on? Put me down. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I neglected to mention a fellow in our show by the name of Bill. Bill's up there in that booth behind you, and he's in charge, you see, of all the special effects and explosions we're going to be showing you. And if I don't mention his name at the top of the show, he'll just start blowing things up around us like that. So, Bill, how about queuing up some smoke out of the smokehouse there, get the wheels turning in the factory, and we can get started. All right, guys, here we go. Now, as you saw a moment ago, our stunt doubles for Crockett and Tubbs have managed to ruffle some feathers here in Flamingo Land. Well, in this next scene, they're going to move in and collect some hard evidence. But before they do, well, our band of smugglers, they got some other ideas. Something like a dynamite surprise party. Stand by, everybody. Here we go. Gentlemen, cameras rolling. Give me action. All right, what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Can we print that scene? Some excellent jet skiing for you there today. Thank you, guys. Reset for me if you would. Bill, how about a special effects repair job down here on the pier, Hollywood style for us? There we go. Now, speaking of special effects, you're seeing our stunt performers fire a lot of different guns and weapons in our show today. But now every time a stuntman fires one of these, well, it's really Bill up there in the booth who supplies the sound and the blast for us down here on the set. Now, one thing we never use in the show, of course, that's live ammunition. Ain't that right, Bill? No live bullets. Wait, cut! Man, I'm sorry about that, guys. That wasn't supposed to happen at all. I don't know what's going on. Gene, where are you going? Get back here. Nice. He's only kidding around, ladies and gentlemen. Gene made that look all very real for us. I mean, Bill up there in the booth with some special effects shots right down there in the water. Ain't that right, guys? Yep. I'll get back over here before I get myself in more trouble. Let's put this down. Now, I see quite a few of you with home video cameras out there today and other cameras taking pictures of the show and our set. That's great because you see, you're sitting exactly where we would position our cameras if we were to film the show for an episode of Miami Vice, for example. So you're going to get some real good shots once you get those films developed. Now, before we would do any filming, though, the director, such as myself, I would get together with the guys and we would plan the stunts we like to try and do. Then we rehearse those stunts without special effects of explosion. Wait a second, hold it! Wait just a minute. What are you trying to do, Bill? This wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to rehearse a scene for you while Bill figures out what he's doing up there. And guys, listen, let's go over the rescue scene. What do you say? Now, here's what's going to happen. Dave, we'll start with you, all right? You're going to be chased by a line of bullet shots from Crockett's gun as you go flying off the pier and into the water once again. And up on top. All right, let me give you a hand. Dave's been in the water a lot today, and when that happens, he tends to get waterlogged. There you go. All right. Now, hey, up on top, Gene, you give Steve a good kick in the head for us. Oh, yeah, that'll clear up that sinus problem he's been having. And Eric, I need you to reach out and try to stop Crockett, you see, when he comes flying by. Go reach out, but be careful you don't fall. The railing's broken there. We don't want anyone to get hurt. Now, guys, listen. In this next scene, it's very important that your characters be real mean. Mean, angry, yeah, come on. You're the bad guys out here. So please, no smiling. No smiling. That's right. Now, our highly trained professional stunt performers. Our highly trained professional stunt performers will not start the next scene, of course, until I, the director, give the word action, and only then. No, wait, hold on, wait, cut, Dave, get back here. What do you guys think? Will you stop choking him? What are you guys doing? Come on, reset for the next scene. Will you bring the boat around, stand by? Listen, Bill. Let's you and I go over some of those tropical bird calls we worked on earlier, maybe some sounds of paradise. We'll settle these guys down a little bit. Now, as I was trying to explain to you, no, Bill, that's not a tropical bird. No, forget that creature. I can't use it. Thanks anyway. Now, I'm not going to ask you. Oh, thank you, Eric. Good shot. Now, in our next scene, Crockett's going to attempt to rescue his partner, but before we begin, we got to go over some safety checks because the scene begins high above your heads out there with Mr. Carl Kennedy. Carl, safety step number 1, safety attached, stand in place. Safety step number 2, carriage free so you can make that slide. And safety step number 3, do you have your sunglasses on? That's just a check. Okay, good. All right, let's start with you, Bill. Reposition the pier so we can blow it up one more time. Gentlemen, stand by now for the rescue. Here we go. Cameras rolling. Cue special effects. And give me action. That was great, guys. A nice ride. Boy, big explosion, good shooting, you know. I bet we got about 15 seconds of good film footage there for some of you people. Come on, reset for the next scene, all right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, stunt doubles will often stand in for stars like Don Johnson and Philip Michael Thomas. Although on the television show, well, those guys, they'll do their own stunts. Sure, things like kissing a beautiful actress in a bikini, you know what I mean? But when it comes to dangerous stunts like you're seeing today, well, that's when the director would call in a couple of professional stunt doubles like our two guys. There they go. Thank you, guys. Reset for me if you would. Now, a lot of times, you know, a stunt performer is hired because of the similar characteristics to the people in the show. Now, by that I mean, well, they might have the same hairstyle, or be the same height, have the same weight, same body frame. Oh, you know what I mean. Look like the person that they're standing in for. To give you a good example of what I'm talking about, I myself have often stood in for Sylvester Stallone in all of his Rocky films. Yeah, that's funny, Steve. Yeah, especially coming from a guy who could stand in for Frankenstein without any makeup. So, I'm only kidding, Steve. I'm only kidding. I'm sure you would use a little. The thing to keep in mind is don't try to do any of the stunts, of course, that you're seeing here today on your own. Only in groups. Get together with a friend at a party or something. Try some of these things. No, of course not. These stunts can only be done by highly trained professionals like our guys. Now, to show you what we mean, one of the stunts you see a lot of in film is the high fall. Now, Dave over there is going to take a shot for us from about 25 feet, show you what we mean. Of course, to do that, we got to get him up there first. That's Eric's job. Eric, take him away, pal. 25 feet, shut it down, stand by. All right, there he goes. Up and away. First floor, menswear, sporting goods. Okay, let me set up the scene for you now. Once we get Dave to 25 feet and Eric shuts the platform off, I'm going to make believe I'm going to shoot Dave off the wall. Hold it, cut, hold everything. Get back there, Eric. Eric, you better bring him back down. That's way too high, way too high. Why? The pool is only 4 feet deep over there. Oh, you didn't know that, did you, Dave? No! Well, it's not my fault you didn't read the small print at the bottom of your contract. We gotta go, Dave. We have a nice crowd here. We'll discuss it later. Now, as I mentioned, Dave's going to take a shot for you now and spin into one of the most painful, twisted, blood-curdling, agonizing high falls you have ever seen alive. Are you ready, Dave? No. No. Come on now, here we go. On my gunshot. And action. Ba-boom. Dave? Oh, I'm sorry, Dave. I didn't know it was loaded. Hey, cut that out now. Ooh, you're right, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful dive, Mr. David Draves. And there he is. Thank you, Dave. Real nice. Now, as we get ready for the last scene, remember that Crockett and Tubbs, our Miami Vice heroes, have escaped from these bad guys, but they're not through with them. They're going to return now in a new high-powered assault vehicle, wipe out the whole gang, and blow up a few surprises for you along the way. Are we ready, Dave? Eric, Stephen, here we go, guys. Bill, cue up some special effects for these people one more time. Gentlemen, cameras are rolling now. Big finish. Here we go. Give me action. Mr. Stephen Hart. And our stunt doubles for Rico Tubbs, Mr. Gene Williams. And for Sonny Crockett, Mr. Carl Kennedy. All right, guys, wave goodbye as we thank everybody for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the rest of your day here at Universal Studios. Thank you.